Good morning, class. Welcome back to the class of TE. Uh, sorry, BE, same 2, and our subject is BCS. What we have seen in last class, we have seen advantages of DWDM, that is your dense wavelength division multiplexing. Okay, and also we have seen impairments in WDM system, that is your wavelength division multiplexing system. Today, we have to discuss non-linear optical effects, about non-linear optical effects of WDM. So, the response of optical fiber to the light becomes non-linear when its intense electromagnetic field propagates through. Rising effects can be caused by interaction of light waves with phonons. There are two ways, SBS and SRS, stimulated brilliant scattering and stimulated Raman scattering. So energy gets transferred from one optical wave to another wave at a longer wavelength, and it is characterized by a gain coefficient. Okay. Then next arising effects can be caused by dependence of the refractive index on the intensity of electric field, जिसको हम तीन हेडिंग के अंदर पढ़ सकते हैं. SPM, that is self phase modulation, CPM cross phase modulation, and FWM फोर वेव मिक्सिंग. फोर वेव मिक्सिंग डायग्राम हमने ऑलरेडी देखा है, लेकिन फिर भी इसको एक बार देखेंगे. सो दीज ऑल आर नॉन लीनियर ऑप्टिकल इफेक्ट्स. Then effective interaction length and effective core area. These are the formulas for effective length and core area. So formula for length is 1 minus exponential of minus alpha L upon alpha. And effective core area, cross sectional area estimation over which fundamental mode power distribution remains constant. So this is the formula you can see on slide for effective core area of WDU. Then we have discussed just a minute before stimulated brilliant scattering and stimulated Raman scattering, means SBS and SRS. So what is SBS? Interaction with phonons producing the optical signal scattering, means energy transfer from high frequency wave to low frequency wave. We also call it as a backward propagating Stokes wave over the brilliant spectral band, और spectral band, brilliant spectral band को denote करते हैं हम डेल्टा F suffix में B. Effect modeled by a gain coefficient GB and a spectral width del FB approximately equals to 20 megahertz, where the interaction takes place. So SBS becomes a significant effect when the power threshold is overcome. Then this is the graph for SBS, graph between scattered power and injected power. Then stimulated Raman scattering, SRS. So high level of incident power induces the arising of molecular vibration in the silica medium. Incident wave experiments scattering in propagating and back propagating direction, means in both direction, giving part of propagating energy to vibrational modes. In single mode fibers, SRS is mainly produced in the propagation direction. Just wait for a while. I think slides were not next. We are on stimulated Raman scattering. Okay. So Raman gain coefficient is denoted by GR, and it depends on the spectral separation among channels. It grows near linearly up to its peak around 13 terahertz, falling steeply at higher frequencies. Consider a wide spectral effect, means in between minus 125 nanometer to 15 terahertz. Unlike SBS effect, channels separated up to 125 nanometer can be coupled and experiment effects of SRS. The coupling occurs in both direction, unlike SBS in standard single mode fibers, which is produced only in the propagation direction. To evaluate the SRS effect, Raman gain is approximately given by a triangular function which depends on channel separation, that is your del lambda. Okay, and this is the graph between Raman gain coefficient and channel separation, which you can see on your slide. Graph between gain coefficient and channel separation, that is lambda c, you can say optical carriers, difference between optical carriers. Okay, then we have discussed that we need to see the couplers also. Okay, so what is couplers? Couplers are the devices which couples or transfers some amount of data passing through one fiber optic cable to another. Here the coupling ratio should be minimum. Coupling ratio means क्या होता है? Ratio of output optical power to total input power. There are different types of couplers, which are those diffusion couplers, area splitting couplers, and beam splitting couplers. First of all, we will see diffusion coupler. What is diffusion coupler? So the diffusion couplers are again divided into two types: evanescent wave couplers and twisted pair couplers. So the first we will see evanescent wave coupler. This type of couplers are required to couple the data from optical fiber 1 to optical fiber 2. To achieve this coupling, for a certain length of two fiber optic cables are made parallel to each other, and this particular length is called as coupling length. So the optical wave called as evanescent wave means जो आउटपुट हमको मिलता है उससे हम क्या बोलते हैं? evanescent wave, इसीलिए इसको नाम दिया गया evanescent wave coupler, which enters into the second fiber optical cable and the signal is coupled into the second optical fiber. Then next is your twisted pair coupler. It is the type of diffusion coupler. It is also called as FBT, that is fused biconical taper. Okay, FBT, fused biconical taper coupler. In this case, a pair of optical fiber is twisted and it is fused with the heat treatment. Because of the fusing action, the core layer of one fiber optic cable act as a cladding layer for other, and thus coupling of data takes place. Then next is your area splitting and beam splitting. First of all, we see area splitting. Its structure is like a star, so we also call it as a star coupler. Here your optical power is divided and part of optical power is passed to the another cable. Thus distribution of optical power takes place. The portion of several optical fibers to be coupled is fused, and it is called as area splitting coupler. Then the data transmitting through one fiber optic cable gets coupled to all the remaining optical fibers, and the different detectors can be connected at the output of each optical fiber. Next is your beam splitting coupler. These type of couplers are used for multiplexing operation. This consists of partially reflecting surface. The incident line beam gets reflected partially and data is coupled to other optical fiber. Sometimes dichoric surfaces are also used in this optical fiber. कुछ टाइम हम dichoric surfaces भी use करते हैं as a optical fiber. Then this is the wavelength selective surface, so only required wavelengths of light can be coupled into another optical fiber. मतलब जितना हमको application के according requirement है हम उतने ही required wavelength को या light के उतने ही required wavelength को हम coupled करेंगे into another cable. ओके, देन एरिया स्प्लिटिंग कपलर को ही हम स्टार कपलर बोलते हैं, बताया था. सो देर इज़ अ वेरिएशन इन स्टार कपलर ऑल्सो. देर आर थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ स्टार कपलर यू कैन सी. सो द डिफरेंट वेरिएशन इन दिस स्टार कपलर आर स्टार कपलर विथ मिक्सर रॉड, फाइबर फ्यूज्ड बाइकोनिकल मीन्स एन इन टू एन पोर्ट स्टार कपलर, और लैडर कपलर. So the star coupler with mixer rod. In case of ideal couplers, output power from input is equally distributed among all fibers. Then the different input fiber optic cables are connected to the mixer rod and output of mixer rod is connected to various optical cables. Means एक साइड से हम सारे different types of light wavelength को fuse करके इंटर कराएंगे एक rod से, उसको हम बोलेंगे mixer rod, and output में फिर से उसको demultiplex. So in the mixer rod the light is effectively mixed and distributed to many filters connected at output of mixer rod. This technique is specially used for multimode fibers. The total loss in coupling is basically addition of splitting loss and excess loss. The splitting loss is given by 10 log n dB. So means splitting loss formula क्या होगा? 10 log n dB. So here n is what? Your number of output fibers. If there is a single input port and multiple output ports, then excess loss is given by 10 log 10 P in upon P out. So the insertion loss between any two ports assume m and m is a calculated values, then equation becomes insertion loss, equation for insertion loss becomes means अगर दो पोर्ट है m and n कंसिडर करते हैं तो उनके बीच में इंसर्शन लॉस क्या होगा 10 log 10 pm by pn. So this is your star coupler with mixer rod. Now fiber fused biconical star coupler. This connection is shown for 4 output and 4 input ports. The 4 fibers are twisted and heated, then it is pulled to obtain 4 output fibers. Input signal applied to any input port can be coupled to all 4 output ports. So we have seen now just fiber fused biconical star coupler. Now what is ladder coupler? The ladder coupler is also called as n into n star coupler, and it is the extension of basic 2 into 2 coupler. And the power from each input port is divided equally among all output ports, just like your fused biconical also. The ladder coupler is used when it is required to combine many input signal and the broadcast it to many outputs. And this structure provides multi-port facility with very low insertion loss. So this is all about couplers. Now wavelength division multiplexing coupler. Wavelength division multiplexing coupler, or you can say 4-wave mixing or FWM. So in multi-channel optical system, several optical carriers are transmitted simultaneously. You can consider as F1, F2 up to Fn frequencies. The increase of injected power, just wait. The increase of injected power into the fiber leads to the dependence of refractive index on the optical intensity propagated. So this induces not only phase shifts but also new waves as a result of the combination of 2 or 3 waves. 2 Fi minus Fi degenerated case and Fi plus Fi minus Fk non-degenerated case. So new waves can fall on desired signals causing interchannel crosstalk. Your FWM depends on number of channels, channel spacing number and dispersion fibers. Okay. What is wavelength division multiplexing couplers now? Some optical couplers are wavelength dependent devices, and such couplers can be used as a multiplexer as well as demultiplexer. In such couplers, the light from different optical sources is launched into the single optical cable at a time. The wavelength of light from each source is different, so the coupling strength is wavelength dependent as well as it is polarization dependent. The broadband 1310 and 1550 nanometer WDM couplers are designed for multiplexing and demultiplexing wavelengths. Here 1310 nanometer signal from input port 1 is passed through the cable to output port 1. Similarly, 1550 nanometer signal from input port 2 is also passed to output port 1. So if these two wavelengths are combined and passing through the single optical cable, then the same optical coupler can be used to separate out these wavelengths. So this is about your wavelength division multiplexing coupler. कपलर्स देखे हमने, तो अब कपलर्स इनपुट में रहेंगे तो आउटपुट साइड में जैसे मॉक्स अगर इनपुट में है तो आउटपुट में हमको मल्टीप्लेक्सर कंपलसरी रिक्वायर्ड रहता है, वैसे कपलर्स है तो आइसोलेटर्स भी मस्ट रिक्वायर्ड है. सो नाउ वी हैव टू सी व्हाट इज ऑप्टिकल आइसोलेटर्स. So optical isolators is a device which allows the propagation of light in one direction and blocks the propagation in another direction. Basically, this optical isolator allows the light to propagate in forward direction only and blocks the propagation of reflected light. Just consider an optical system in which we use a laser as a light source. Generally we use laser or LED as a light source. Here we will just consider laser as our input source or light source. So the laser beam coming out from this source passes through optical cable and strikes on the detector at the other end of optical cable. It may happen that light rays get reflected from photodetector and starts traveling towards the laser source. When such reflected light strikes on the laser source, it affects the laser oscillation. So to avoid these optical isolators, optical isolators are placed between source and detector. मीन्स जो लेज़र ऑसिलेशंस है वो अफेक्ट नहीं होने चाहिए बिकॉज ऑफ लेज़र सोर्स जो ऑप्टिकल फाइबर से पास होगा उससे कुछ अफेक्शन नहीं होना चाहिए ऑसिलेशंस पे, वेव फॉर्म्स पे. इसीलिए हम क्या करते हैं, ऑप्टिकल आइसोलेटर्स को कहाँ प्लेस करते हैं, इन बिटवीन सोर्स एंड डिटेक्टर. सो आइसोलेटर अलाउज द लाइट ओनली इन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन, दैट मीन्स फ्रॉम लेज़र सोर्स टू द डिटेक्टर, बट इट ब्लॉक्स द रिफ्लेक्टेड लाइट. So the two important parameters of isolators are generated, which are those: one, insertion loss, and others, second is your isolation. What is meant by insertion loss? It is the loss taking place in optical cable when the light rays are traveling in forward direction, and insertion loss should be as low as possible. A typical value of insertion loss is 1 decibel. And then what is isolation? It is the loss in reverse direction, and it should be as large as possible. इंसर्शन लॉस है हमेशा मिनिमम होना चाहिए, जितना मिनिमम हो सके, और आइसोलेशन शुड बी एज लार्ज एज पॉसिबल. सो टिपिकल वैल्यू फॉर आइसोलेशन क्या है, मतलब स्टैंडर्ड बोल सकते हो या टिपिकल जो जनरली में आती है 40 to 50 डेसिबल. दस एन आइसोलेटर इज अ इरिवर्सिबल डिवाइस दैट परमिट्स द पैसेज ऑफ लाइट ओनली इन वन डायरेक्शन, और यू कैन से इन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन. कैसे वर्क करता है आइसोलेटर? अभी ऑप्टिकल आइसोलेटर वर्क्स बाय रोटेटिंग द प्लेन ऑफ पोलराइजेशन ऑफ इनकमिंग लाइट रे. बेसिकली द स्टेट ऑफ पोलराइजेशन means SOP, orientation of electric field vector on a plane which is perpendicular to the direction of light propagation. Just consider incoming light has vertical polarization. So how this optical isolator works? It just work by rotating the plane or polarization of incoming light ray. मीन्स इसका वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल किस पे वर्क मतलब किस पे बेस्ड है? प्लेन ऑफ पोलराइजेशन ऑफ योर इंसिडेंट लाइट रे, और यू कैन से इनकमिंग लाइट रे. So the light is allowed to pass through first polarized, whose function is to pass the light having vertical SOP. This light is then passed through Faraday rotor. It rotates the polarization by 45 degree, and the polarizer 2 is designed in such a way that it passes the light ray having SOP rotated by 45 degree. Thus light gets propagated in the forward direction without any loss. Now the reflected light with 45 degree orientation gets passed through polarizer 2, and Faraday rotor again provides orientation by 45 degree. Thus your original vertical SOP becomes horizontal. Now polarizer 1 is just designed to pass the light having vertical SOP only. Thus reflected line having horizontal SOP will be automatically blocked, and optical isolation can be provided in this way. क्या होगा, जब तुम्हारा इनकमिंग लाइट पास होगा तो सबसे पहले जो वर्टिकल SOP है वो क्या प्रोवाइड करता है? लाइट रे को 45 डिग्री ओरिएंटेशन. देन सेकेंड पोलराइजेशन से पास होगा तो अगेन 45 डिग्री ओरिएंटेशन. तो जो वर्टिकल SOP है वो क्या हो जाएगा? तुम्हारा हॉरिजेंटल SOP हो जाएगा. और जो पोलराइजेशन 1 है वो ऐसे डिज़ाइन किया है वो कि वो सिर्फ वर्टिकल SOP को पास कराएगा, तो अपने आप क्या होगा? हॉरिजेंटल SOP ब्लॉक्ड हो जाएगा. In this way your optical isolation is provided. So this is all about optical isolator. Now we just know about circulators for understanding the four wave mixing concept. So what is circulator? The circulators are as similar as optical isolator. सिर्फ डिफरेंस क्या है इसमें? सर्क्यूलेटर इज हैविंग मल्टीपल पोर्ट्स. मीन्स जो आइसोलेटर है उसमें सिर्फ तुम्हारे इनपुट और आउटपुट 2 पोर्ट हैं, तो लेकिन यहाँ पे सर्क्यूलेटर में मल्टीपल पोर्ट्स रहेंगे. ऑप्टिकल सर्क्यूलेटर कैन हैव 3 or 4 पोर्ट्स. So optical circulator is used to separate out optical powers which travel in opposite direction in a cable. So the 3 ports optical circulator and 4 port optical circulators are there in optical communication. So consider the case of 3 port circulator, optical circulator. If signal enters in port 1, then it comes out from second port. If it enters in port 2, it comes out from third, and signal entering in third port will comes out from पोर्ट 1 मीन्स सर्कुलेशन मैनर में इनपुट आउटपुट पोर्ट है यहाँ पे, मतलब अगर पोर्ट 1 से लाइट रे इनपुट आता है, इनकमिंग रे अगर पोर्ट 1 से एंटर होता है तो आउटपुट कहाँ से मिलेगा हमको, पोर्ट 2 से। अगर इनपुट रे पोर्ट 2 में पास हो रहा है तो आउटपुट पोर्ट 3 से। सेम अगर इनपुट रे थर्ड पोर्ट में है, इनकमिंग रे थर्ड पोर्ट से पास हो रहा है तो आउटपुट हमको मिलेगा फर्स्ट पोर्ट में, मतलब रोटेशनल मैनर में या सर्कुलेशन मैनर में वर्क कर रही है। सो दिस प्रोपोगेशन ऑफ लाइट रे इज शोन बाय द डायरेक्शन ऑफ करस्पॉन्डिंग एरोज। Same, the 4-port circulator works also on same principle. If input is from 1, we get output at 2. If input is from 2, we get output at 3. Input is from 3, then we get output at 4 port, and if input is from 4th port, then we get output at first port. So in this way 4-port circulator works. So the circulators are basically used to perform bidirectional communication by using single optical cable, and it is basically non-reciprocal devices and used to construct optical add or drop elements. जो OADM हमने देखा था उनको कंस्ट्रक्ट करने के लिए जनरली सर्क्यूलेटर्स यूज़ किए जाते हैं. So this is all about circulators. Now we have to see 4-wave mixing, that is your FWM.